Hey guys, so today we'll be making an adorable Poofy summer deco mesh wreath. What you will need, I have this adorable sign for the center. I have a 14-inch wreath ring, red, white, and blue deco mesh, Chanel stems, scissors or a rotary cutter, and a hot glue gun. Alright, let's get started. So I have cut my stems in half. And usually I either use a full stem on the larger rings, or I use a half stem and I go from the outer, inner, outer, inner, outer, and alternate all the way around. So I'm going to take half of a stem and place it on the outer two rings, twist it a couple of times, and then take another stem and place it on the inner two rings and twist it a couple of times. And I'm just going to continue alternating outer two, inner two, outer two, inner two, all the way around my wreath. There are many methods you can use to attach your stems. It just depends on what works best for you. I will link all of the different methods in the description box down below so you can decide what you like best. So I have all of the stems in place. Now I'm going to take my mesh, and I've decided to go with the blue and white. Fold them to a nice little point. And I like to start on the outer ring, place my mesh, and twist it a couple of times. Just like that. Make a poof. And place it in the next outer stem and twist. Now the size of the poofs, that's completely up to you. It just depends on how large and poofy you want your wreath to be. You can make it larger than this, smaller, whatever you prefer. And we are going to separate once we get all of our mesh in place. So just try to make them as uniform as possible. Nice poof. And place it on the next outer stem. So I'm going to place on all of my outer stems first, and then I'll come back around to my inner stems. Come back to my starting point, I'm just going to make another poof, twist it, and place it in the starting stem. Sure you're careful, be careful when you're unraveling it so you don't lose your mesh, and then just twist it a couple of times. So you can either cut the mesh off here and start over on the inner ring, or you can just continue looping around. I think I'm actually going to start over on my inner ring this time. So I just cut and tuck it away. So this is what it's looking like. So cute and poofy already. I'm going to kind of separate the layers. You can keep them layered if you choose to do so. It's just personal preference. I feel like separating them just shows more colors and it just looks poofier. But either way works. Alright, so I have cut 8-inch long pieces of my red, white, and blue deco mesh. So what I'm going to do is roll it at a diagonal. Like this, crisscross, scrunch, and then place it in my stem. I'm just going to place it, twist it, and then tuck it away. Pull it at a diagonal, crisscross, scrunch, and place it in the next stem. So I'm going to continue alternating. I'm going to go with red and white, red and blue, red and white, red and blue, just to kind of mix up my color scheme a little bit. I like adding a little bit more red, so I'm going to go and do that to each of the stems as well. Alright, it looks so cute and poofy already, and this is only on the inner ring. I'm probably going to only add 2 pieces of mesh on each outer ring. So this is what it's looking like, so cute and poofy already. You can definitely leave it like this because this makes an adorable wreath. But I have this really cute sign that I'm going to add to it just to make it even cuter. And sometimes I would glue the sign together like that and place it in the center. Or I would take off maybe the top and place it in the center, or even take off the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to go with these 2 pieces. I'm just going to hot glue them together and then add it to the center of my wreath. And this time I actually attached the stems at a diagonal, just so I can also add a little extra security to the 2 pieces that I glued together. And then we're just going to add it to the center of our wreath. I just kind of like to push everything out a little bit so I don't cover too much of my wreath. Okay. And then I'm just going to push the mesh aside so I can attach the stem to the actual wreath ring. And twist it a couple of times just to make sure it's nice and secure. Okay, and then I'm just going to fluff out the mesh, making sure it's nice and poofy and I don't have any gaps or spaces anywhere. And you can definitely add more embellishments if you choose to do so. You can add cute little sunglasses or anything fun like that. You can add to your wreath and just use hot glue to glue it in place. The possibilities are endless. Just have fun with it and make it your own. But it's so cute, simple, and easy to make.